Hello there and welcome to another Champions League preview. It's Liverpool at Anfield versus Genk this evening at 8 o'clock kickoff. So, we're going to be coming up against Genk again, the second time in a row, I think it is now. Obviously, last time we played them away. We won 4-1. It should have been a 4-0 victory, in my opinion. Obviously, we shouldn't have switched off at the back, but it happens and we move on. Now, there could be a few changes, right, in this game compared to the last one. Might be a few more changes. Now, we had some changes in the last game. I just want to go and get the lineup for this one that we had. We had a different midfield for sure than what we saw at the weekend against Aston Villa. And also we had a change at right back as well. So I'll run you through the lineup that we had against Genk when we played them in the first fixture in the groups. But let me know who you think will be starting in this game. Do you expect a lot of changes? Will the likes of Mohamed Salah, will he be fit, or will they leave him for Sunday's game against Manchester City? Let me know what you think in the comments below. The lineup we had was Alisson in goal, Milner right back, Lovren, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson was the rest of the defensive line. So obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold got a rest, and I can imagine he might get a rest again and leave him for Sunday's game as well. Midfield was Naby Keita, Fabinho and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain, who had a standout game in that game as well. But that was a brilliant midfield, but it does leave you a little bit defensively exposed as well, because you haven't got Henderson, Gini Wijnaldum, who do a lot of the, as well as defensive work. They will carry the ball forward as well. And then the front line was a very threatening Mane, Firmino and Mohamed Salah. Now, I would love us to go back to that midfield for this game. Fabinho, Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I've got a pretty good feeling that that will happen. Fabinho didn't play at the weekend because he was at risk of getting a yellow card, which would have kept him out of the Man City game at the weekend. So we've avoided that one. He can freely play in the Man City game, pick up a yellow card. Just don't pick up a red card, please. My God, don't pick up a red card. And then Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita, they were brilliant in that game as well, I felt, in my opinion. Milner at right back, why not? He's done it before, and he'll most likely do it again. Mane, Firmino and Mohamed Salah probably will be changes in that front line. Whether there'll be one or two, I don't imagine it'll be three. I don't think we would take out all three of the front three and fully replace it, especially with, Shaqiri's still out injured, not due back till November. I know it's November right now, but like further into November, maybe even after the international break, which I think, have we got another international break coming up already? Someone was talking about it yesterday when I was at work, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I don't keep on top of, you know what, I'm going to go have a look at our fixtures. I'm just going to quickly, I'm tangenting, I'm going on a tangent here. But surely we cannot have... Yeah, we do. My God. We play Manchester City 10th of November. Next fixture after that is Crystal Palace away, 23rd. How have we got another international break already? That's bloody ridiculous like that. Honest to God. Anyway, enough of that. Right, so we're going to go back and look at the lineup here. So, the Redmen TV Academy Twitter account actually tweeted something out yesterday that actually really piqued my interest. Now, normally when we rest one of the front three, and in this case it will most likely be Mo Salah, you'd see Divock Origi take up that position, or Mane will move over to the right hand side and Origi will play on the left, Firmino through the middle. Now, they actually tweeted out and said, how about Harvey Elliott? If Mohamed Salah's not going to be risked against Genk, what about Harvey Elliott? Had a brilliant performance against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup as well. A really, really good performance, I must say, as well. Why not give him a go at Anfield again in a European game? Yes, he's young. He's very, very young, and it's a different match. It'll be a much more competitive match than it will be against Arsenal, especially the teams that we put out that day. This is going to be Genk. They're going to be looking for the win, because I don't know if they've picked one up in the Champions League so far this season. I actually don't know if they have. Yeah, it's a lot. He's 16 years old. It would be a lot on his shoulders. But why not? If he'd be up for it, and I'm sure he would be up for it, would he be nervous? Of course he would. Of course he would, but he would be in the first team. It's not like he'd be going into that game alongside most of the players that played in the Carabao Cup, he would at least have a Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita midfield behind him. He'd maybe have Firmino and Mane, both of them, together. That would alleviate some pressure on him as well, and hopefully it would allow him to, really attack the game like youngsters can, with barely any fear, and just keep going, play your football. I think it could be quite an interesting move. Whether it will happen or not, I don't know. Same thing with Ryan Brewster. Could he eventually feature in a first team game for Liverpool? I honest to God, I hope so. I really do. And hopefully he can make an impact when he does as well. There's changes that can happen there. There's not many changes that can happen to the back line. Lovren might come out and Gomez might play. You never know what can happen there. And Lovren will then be used against Man City at the weekend, or vice versa. Lovren gets used in this game, Gomez at the weekend. We just don't know. Obviously, we're still waiting on Joel Matip to come back from injury as well. And then left back, I don't think anybody else will be playing left back. I'd be surprised if they did. But yes, starting lineup sort of, I think it'll be similar to the last time we played Genk. Maybe, Mo Salah not risked in this game or something like that anyway. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below anyway. And in terms of a result, we should be going for a win. We should be going for a win no matter what. And I'm not just basing that off the last performance. We just should be going for a win. The two games, Genk back-to-back, was where I felt we were going to pick up the most points for the Champions League. And we will still need to do that as well. Obviously, with Napoli, we'll be facing Red Bull Salzburg. Two dangerous teams coming up against each other again. I can't remember who won the last time out between the two. Might have been Napoli. I think it was Napoli, but I think they just about clinched it late on. But yeah, we're going to need all the points we can get, because the last two games of the group, which will be, I think, Napoli and Salzburg, but I can't remember which way round, they're going to be difficult to get points out of. So we needed to pick up maximum points against Genk, and I hope that we can do that. I think we can do it, honestly, and that's what we should be aiming to do. Again, I said it at the weekend, clean sheets and that don't really matter as long as you win. But I'd love a clean sheet. I honest to God would love a clean sheet. We haven't had one in, genuinely, can't remember. I actually can't remember. When was the last time we had a clean sheet? Let me know it, because I genuinely cannot remember. So, let me know what you think in the comments below about your team lineup and how you think the result is going to go. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Quite conservative, yes. But 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, you still get the same amount of points. So 2-0 is what I'm going for. Let me know what you think in the comments below ahead of tonight's game. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you once again, and I will catch you later.